I'm gonna guess this is the first time Trinidadian green seasoning has ever been paired with mozzarella and rigatoni.
Stop just trying to take credit for everything. Someone else might have already thought of that. And he's like, I did. No one else has. I'm so unique.
I am so unique. I want credit for it right off the top.
I'm sure it's gonna be delicious.
It was delicious. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I forgot one of the main ingredients in this.
What?
I forgot to add garlic. I literally got to the end of the recipe, was like, this is delectable, this is delicious, but it's missing something. I forgot to add garlic to this.
And you call yourself an Italian.
I know, I completely forgot. I had the head of garlic off to the side. Fresh garlic, mind you. You're from Kiki's garden. I wasn't gonna go the garlic route.
Thank you.
But I forgot it, I still forgot it. But I will tell you, even if you forget to add garlic to this, which please don't, add the whole head. If you forget, this is still gonna be a delectable dish.
I like where this is headed already.
Okay, so I love a green seasoning. It's one of those delicious ingredients that is known in the Trinidadian culture.
Okay, stop right there. It's mandatory that you take the G off the end.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's green seasoning.
Agreed. It technically is green seasoning. That's how we pronounce it. That's how I think most people pronounce it.
It's not green seasoning?
Green seasoning.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you, if you are not a fan of hot food, this ain't for you.
So it was ridiculously spicy?
It was really spicy, but to me personally, I felt like it was a perfect amount of spice. If you don't like it spicy, obviously don't add all the hot peppers. And if you don't like cilantro, you're not probably gonna like this at all.
No, probably not. But then again, it doesn't taste like cilantro. It does get absorbed in the other flavors, and it's like cilantro on its own, fine, a lot of people hate it. But in green seasoning,
I know.
it doesn't really taste like cilantro. It just adds to like the overall vibe.
But that's why there is so much flavor going on in this sauce that's why it could technically pass without the garlic. That's why I was very shocked at it, because it tasted so delicious that it's like it didn't need the garlic. I'm not saying don't add the garlic, obviously add it, but I'm saying it was truly delectable without it.
I'm surprised.
I was too.
But garlic would make that next level.
100%.
If it was good without it, then with it, it would be a million times better.
By the end of the recipe, I literally saw your head of garlic off to the side. I was like, no!
Okay, so some straight up avocado oil. You don't want to go like an olive oil here.
No, you want to go a neutral oil here because you don't want the oil to add to the flavor here. There's tons of flavor already going on in this, so you don't need to add a flavorful oil.
Ooh, and like, so you're mulching it down. You don't want to take it down to what Maddie just calls like smoothie territory.
No. Well, you could, but you want some chunks still left in it.
I think the texture looks perfect.
Now, I decided to make this recipe on the weekend when I had chicken breast in my freezer. Would I have preferred to use a chicken thigh? Absolutely. It's not, I would really always go chicken thigh because it's just more flavorful, they're cheaper, and even a chicken thigh with a bone in, but that's just what I had on hand, so I was like, let's just go for it.
Did you just add some water?
Yes, just to mix it in and make sure that it was coating all of the chicken. And that's just the pan from the Ninja Woodfire outdoor oven.
I'm surprised you didn't line it.
I'm cooking right in there because that thing, it's not non-stick, but nothing sticks to this thing.
Okay, through my experience, I always do line it though, just for easier cleanup.
Well, now you know, and now you know you don't need to.
Okay. She went there, everybody.
And I feel like sometimes even if you do line it, I still end up cooking or like cleaning it anyway.
I know, sometimes grease gets under it somehow.
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. It's like nothing, there's no tear, but yet it's somehow gotten under there.
Yes, that happens to me too. Okay, so you remembered the pellets.
I remembered the pellets.
Good girl.
We shared with you many, many times. Key and I are notorious for forgetting the darn pellets. But I remember the pellets because I was so interested to taste how this green seasoning was gonna taste with some smoke flavor.
Ooh.
Now, traditionally, green seasoning is made with chicken and then served on rice. I didn't know what I wanted to make that day. I was kind of feeling an Italian vibe. I was kind of feeling a Trini vibe. And then I was like, you know what? Why not combine the two?
A fusion's the name of the game these days.
Exactly. Fusion is like you can have the best of both worlds all in one dish.
And a starch is a starch. Whether it's rice, whether it's pasta, whether it's bread, like this would be good even just like as if you mulched up the chicken a little bit more and has like a hot dip on bread.
Ooh.
With the cheese.
Yes, that would be delectable.
That would be so good.
Okay, so I used rigatoni for this because rigatoni is one of my favorite pastas to use for baked pastas because I was gonna, throw this into it. It's like you're making an Italian dish.
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
Okay?
Ooh.
Is that not genius? I knew I'd get cute with that.
Because I love coconut milk because it's ridiculously creamy.
But do you not get where my logic was here? Instead of cream, where if you were baking a creamy Italian dish, you're gonna throw some cream in there or some more sauce. I went with the coconut milk. Now, This is where I might be losing a few people.
Just because it's fusion.
It's fusion, and I'm not gonna lie, I will tell you, I was hesitant to add the mozz because I was like, is that gonna take it into a weird territory? But if you're baking a pasta, you gotta add a cheese, in my opinion.
And nowadays you see people with these like food trucks doing like jerk chicken poutine and all this stuff.
Love jerk chicken poutine.
So then what's the difference? That has cheese on it.
That has chicken. The green season is just flavorful.
It's the same thing but on fries. And they're guaranteed there's curds in a poutine. So why not have mozzarella on this?
Except that's what I thought
What's the diff?
And I was pleasantly surprised. The aromas, you could smell the moss, you could smell the grain seasoning. And that's why I'm not joking. I couldn't really tell that the garlic wasn't in there because this is a flavor explosion. Yeah, I just was like, I was just really quite proud of myself there.
Oh, that looks so good.
It was delicious.
And I can tell how creamy it is. I think that's fusion done right. I don't think there's anything weird about that.
I don't think so either. And the coconut milk made it so creamy. It paired perfectly with, because green seasoning doesn't usually have coconut milk in it, but it morphed it into this like creamy, delectable. The rigatoni starch was in there because I saved a little bit of the pasta water and then dumped that in there too.
And with the lime and the cilantro, that totally goes.
It totally did go.
Oh baby, that looks good. And that's making me want those flavors now so bad, but with the garlic.
You
let me down.
I know. I'm sorry.
You know what? The effort is there because at least you tried and you were going to not use your jarred garlic. So pat on the back to our friend Flirty Murdy.
I'm just going to say, can I get a round of applause for that? Because I was going to put the garlic away.
Thank God for once.